The new Deadrails update dropped, and it is undoubtedly the worst update they've ever dropped. Let me explain. On the surface, this new update looks really cool, basically remaking all the guns and how they work. You can now fan the hammer with the revolvers, having good fire rate with a cost of accuracy. All the other guns have slight changes, but they are irrelevant to today's topic. As far as the update, this was the only positive change. So, what was the horrible change they made to this game? The main reason is a new feature where you can right-click to aim the weapon. This itself was a questionable change, since previously all guns were perfectly accurate for the most part. However, they made all guns absolutely awful. All the guns now have drastically decreased accuracy, and the only way to have accurate shots like we used to is to hold right-click to aim. Now, why is this such a bad factor? For one, it's way more complicated. You used to be able to just fire the weapon and kill enemies with no problem. But now you need to hold right-click to achieve the same result. This just adds extra steps to something that was supposed to be simple. Another reason is that it is not very inclusive to people using a different device. I don't use mobile, but I will assume now there is a new button to aim. This makes the game so much harder for mobile players, since mobile controls were already difficult, and needing to hold an extra button on top of everything else is just awful. This is just a guess, so if there's something different on mobile, my bad. For something more personal, I am using a touchpad. For those who don't know how it works, basically it's just a giant mouse attached to your keyboard. One key note, however, is its inability to right-click. You can right-click by pressing down with 2 fingers at the same time, and I'm used to this, so not really a big deal for me. However, the problem is that it's impossible to hold down right-click. It's very difficult to configure. For me, I can press on the bottom right of my touchpad to activate right-click, but it's not consistent. And even if I can hold down right-click, I can't left-click and right-click at the same time. So basically, I can't aim and shoot at the same time, making guns completely useless. It's just impressive that the developers could overlook something so simple and obvious. Like, did they expect 100% of their players use keyboard and mouse? This is such a big problem, because it makes the game unbeatable, since you cannot kill the turret guys on the final outpost. There is an easy fix, and it's to make it so clicking right-click makes you aim, and right-clicking again stops your aim. This is already something in typical colors too, where you can just right-click to scope in with your sniper rifle and unscope by right-clicking again. It is such a simple fix, and yet it still gets overlooked. Now another reason this update is garbage is because it literally defies the laws of physics. When you use a shotgun, you have a high spread on the bullets. However, when you aim, the spread decreases. Now I'm no gun biologist, but I'm pretty sure that makes no goddamn sense. I have no idea why aiming a shotgun somehow makes the bullets scatter less. But hey, the developers can just do whatever they want, I guess. In the past, the game rewards you for having good accuracy by making all the bullets go towards where you aim. But this new update basically says screw you and decreases the accuracy for every gun. So even if you have the best accuracy in the world, not a single bullet will hit your enemies, forcing you to aim. Not only is this annoying, it clashes with the style of Deadrails, since this is not supposed to be a first-person shooter game. I have no idea why the devs are supposedly making this game more realistic, when that wasn't even the main priority to begin with. Overall, this entire update is garbage, and you literally cannot play the game unless you have a mouse.